these, so I always start with my Glorious Primer. I usually use this to apply all over my skin to not only act as a conditioning treatment, but also to help with keeping my makeup intact throughout the day. I'm going to tone with my rose water. For my foundation combo, I am using 2 of our complexion enhancers with our BB Flawless in Caramel and Bisque. And then I'm also going to be using my Liquid Touch foundation in Chiffon. The reason I like this combo is my skin is a little crazy during the winter time, so the complexion enhancer works to help alleviate that. And then my liquid foundation just adds that coverage that I desire. Next, I'm going to go in with my concealer, and this is in Organza. I typically like to use a lighter shade in my concealer just because it works as a highlighter, and I am going to apply this with my foundation brush, doing that upside down triangle, and then I usually bring it up along the side of my eye just to kind of give it a little more of a lift effect, and then just evenly apply the rest of the concealer throughout my skin, all over the areas I want to focus on highlighting. I set everything with a blending bud, and this just works because I usually cover with a powder and you don't want it to be too many layers. So with the Sculpting Trio, this is the highlighting and contouring set. I'm going to go in with my highlighting and contouring brush. I'm going to start with the dark shade and just really focus in on the areas that I want to add a little bit more depth with the contouring. And then I'm going to go in with the blending bud just to kind of evenly apply and set and just blend that into my skin. Next, I'm going to go in with the highlighting powder over the areas that I want to focus more highlighting on, just to brighten up the skin and look. And then finally, I'm going to just use my finger to apply the last step of the highlighting cream, just to kind of make it pop. I'm going to do an all-over cover with my mineral concealer. This is kind of compared to Bare Minerals. I just think the coverage is much better and lighter weight. Then I'm going to go in with my bronzer just to enhance the areas that I contoured. And then of course just blend everything in so it's evenly applied. I'm going to use my Cream Splurge Shadow. This is in Hopeful. This is a light pink, it's gorgeous. I'm going to use this as my transition shade to kind of start the palette of my eyes for the pink smoky. Palette 5, I'm going to go in with Victorious. And I'm just going to apply this in the middle of my lid with my crease brush. This will all blend later. But to start, it just is going to give that depth in the crease. Then I'm going to go in with Sarcastic to do the corner V shape. And I'm going to do a halo effect. So I'm going to do the outer corner in a V on both sides of my eyes. And then what I'm going to do is take the color into the inner corner of my eyes, leaving the middle open, because that's going to be the halo effect that I am desiring. Once I have all of that applied, I'm going to go back in with the Hopeful Splurge Cream Shadow just to enhance that middle highlighting portion, because this is going to act as the star of the show with this look. I'm going to go in with Addiction Palette 1. And this darker shade I'm using just to act as more of a shadow effect. It's not pink, but it's going to help give that shadowy, smoky look. Then I'm just going to use my blending brush to go in and just blend everything out. I'm also using another brush just to fade that up in the middle of my eye. I like to use eyeshadow when I'm applying my eyebrows because I think this is a much softer effect and impact to accomplish the look I am wanting to go for. And then of course I just blend and get everything evenly applied with my lash comb brush. Then I'm going to go back in with my concealer and foundation brush, and I'm doing this to just sharpen my brow line, and then it also kind of acts as a base for the under area of my brow because I'm going to go back in with my Sexy pigment. It's a mineral pigment, and that's going to be my highlighter shade. Now I'm just kind of cleaning up. You can always apply more or less to your desire you're trying to accomplish with your look, and I just like to apply one more layer just to get everything even and more of the impact. I'm going to clean everything up with my pressed powder. This is in chiffon. And I just kind of go over just to make sure everything is soft, and then just blend everything. Then on the bottom area, I'm going to go back in with Victorious. This is that kind of middle shade pink, and I'm going to use this as the bottom liner and just kind of shade that under my waterline. And that's it. Hope you girls enjoyed.